you guys, are you guys all from around here? No. No, where are you from? New Hampshire. Wow. How far is it? Yeah, we came from college. 6 hours. Where do you go to college in New Hampshire? Okay, I had a friend that went to college. You guys, you're from here, yeah? No, where are you from?
Long Island.
Long Island, nice. How far would you drive?
Like 3 hours.
Lucky you. I want to play some Long Island someday. Yeah, awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. I like your shoes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for coming to Coffee House. Thank you for coming here early. I hope you're as excited about the show as we are. You know, we just came off of 2 Most Wanted tour dates, so we're kind of getting back into the back into what we call the flat store mode. But yeah, tonight's gonna be fun. We're gonna change a couple things up a little bit tonight. Just kind of experiment a little bit more. This is our second to last night in Flats. So let me just explain to you. I don't think it's gonna happen tonight, but Flats is famous for pranks. And typically, the last night that you're on the road with someone, you get pranked, you prank them, there's pranks everywhere. Everybody messes with everybody. So, I don't know if they're going to come after us tonight. I'm hoping they don't. I'm really not prepared for it. Tomorrow night, I've already prepared retaliation for tomorrow night, including we're going to mix up the set list so they don't know what's coming. But yeah, so just preparing you. If anything weird happens and everybody's looking at each other like, that's what it is. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys are here. You guys excited? Shows? Nice. Nice. All got good seats yet?
No.
Hey, you know, I totally understand. I've been in the nosebleed for many shows. In fact, I was in the nosebleed for one of the Flat shows that I went to when I was a kid. A couple years ago. And yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're here, you get a good seat, right? Because you can always just run down anyway. I'm not gonna encourage you, but you can always run down the stage. Cool. Sorry. Questions, concerns? Yes.
Like, what started you getting into singing and everything?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know. When I was a kid, when I was 2 years old, my parents, no one in my family's musical, so I didn't like get it from anyone or anything like that. But my family did love music, and they listened to music a lot. And so when I was a kid, I started picking up instruments and learning things on the radio. It was kind of a process of it was an obsession for me really early on. I didn't know that because I was 2. But I just fell in love with music really early. Started kind of picking up instruments, asking for more for Christmas, and it just kind of snowballed after that. So yeah. Yes.
How did you sing for Bill Clinton? How did you sing?
So I got to play on the White House lawn in South Florida for a press picnic that they did. It was for Bill Clinton, President Bill Clinton, and we got to do it was actually. I was doing major music, so I got to set up a set and do a little 30-45 minute show, for a bunch of press people. He came, he watched a couple songs, and then he disappeared and went to take care of business, But that was pretty cool, yeah. Yes.
When are you putting out any new stuff, and is it going to be on iTunes before you release your new record?
New record? Well, we just put out this one. And it kind of took me 6 months to do this one. So it'll be a while before we put out a new record entirely. Like we're doing a lot of we've got 2 songs that aren't on the record that we may release soon. We've got a couple of acoustic things we might release just kind of in lieu, it's like in conjunction with the album. And we've got a couple things like we've got the Active Valley soundtrack. And we've got a tune on the Active Valley soundtrack. A couple other things are coming up. But yeah, we are releasing a new single. We have already released it. It officially goes to radio technically at the beginning of March. And that's also when you guys will see the new video, which I'm pretty stoked about, by the way. Got to ride a motorcycle. Not really, didn't really get to ride it, but Nashville. We filmed it in Nashville. I didn't think we would, but we ended up staying in Nashville because we found a couple really cool locations, and it was like, hey, why not shoot it at home? Make it a little easier for everybody. So Can't wait for you guys to see it. It's coming out great. Pretty stoked. Questions?
No?
Yes.
Did you let everybody in your band pick what they wrote on there, like guitars and stuff?
No.
You.
Well, so at first I did. We were gonna put lyrics from other things on it, but for copyright issues and things like that, because we did GMA. We're doing some other national TV stuff. There's a bunch of public performances on national TV, so putting cover lyrics became kind of a copyright issue. So I asked them, to find lyrics from the record that they dug, and so some of them did. They found lyrics that, on the record that they really liked, or kind of dug, and then they told me, they were like, hey, just fill in the space, and then we ended up just kind of, it was a smorgasbord, if you will, of just ideas and thoughts, and it was just, it was a really fun process putting together that set.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think I'd have as much fun doing it as I did, because it was a lot of input from everybody. It was me. I went into the studio where they painted the set at least like 10 times during the process, and I was getting emails every day with pictures. Here's what this looks like. Here's this before we paint it. It was just chalk, and now we're gonna fix it and paint over it. So let us know what you think. And actually, the piano show, my piano, I actually chalked it in myself, and so it was a really fun process, kind of back and forth. All the creative thoughts and ideas. So a little bit of input from everybody. Yes.
Why did you pick chalkboards?
That's a good question. I don't know. I had this idea when I was at Jimmy Fallon. Coldplay had their set up because they were taping for Fallon. They were taping for Saturday Night Live. They were there for a couple days. So all their gear was in this hallway, and I saw a couple things that were painted on it. And I was like, wow, what a great idea, because I wanted a set for this year, but we're maxed out on trailer space. We have no more room in the bus. I mean, we are full to the brim. We've got we're out of space. We're out of stuff. So what I knew I had to do was if I wanted to do a set, I saw how they had painted on some stuff, and I was like, that's brilliant. I want to do that. So for like a month and a half, every day I was coming to the guys with a new idea, like, what if we painted it like we did projection? And Devin's like, we have no more room in the trailer. And so it was like, okay, we can't do projection. So we tried all these other ideas, and I was sitting down at dinner one night. I think we were in Las Vegas, kind of getting ready for the ACAs, and I just had this crazy vision of like everything on stage like just being chalkboard. Because I love chalkboard because it's a very creative surface. If you think about it, when you write on chalk, you're not worried about messing up because you can erase it. But at the same time, like you end up just splattering thoughts everywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's just you can see energy in chalkboard. Because you can see how you write it, things like that. And it's just fun. It's a fun surface. I knew it would be kind of a cool look to the stage. It would give everything a unified look, and so that's kind of, I don't know. That's I guess why we went with chalkboard. Yeah. Can't wait for you guys to see it too. It came out great. Yes.
What's your favorite song?
Favorite song to sing? Favorite song to sing? I love Makes Me. Something about that. Nice. I like it. Yeah, Love Makes Me is just kind of my theme song. It's like that's my life in a nutshell. It's like I feel like I'm at this point where it's like love's making me do a bunch of crazy stuff. It's like just to impress somebody or to try to win somebody over. You end up kind of doing some things out of character. So it's my favorite thing. Yes.
Did you ever think you were going to get to the point that where you are?
That's an interesting question because it's like I did and I didn't. It's like I did because I wanted it and there was no other backup plan. There's nothing else that I can do. I'm not good at anything but music. And that's just I'm perfectly okay with that because I love music and I spend my whole life kind of investing in it. And I feel like that's what you should do when you have a dream, is go for it and believe in yourself. So I don't know. I think I probably had a couple doubts, but I just had a feeling that this was where I was supposed to be. Like, not nearly, by no means was I expecting to sell out 2 venues, doing headline tours this early or anything like that. But I definitely knew I wanted to do music. I wanted to make music. And however